Well, we're getting into the gift shopping and the planning and the cooking special meals, the family visiting, and these are just some of the things that can stress you out this time of year. But how you handle it can make all the difference. Best-selling author and corporate wellness strategist Dr. Donna Hamilton is here with us today with 5 tips to help keep that stress in check all month long. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning.
Perfect time to have you here, Dr. Donna, because this is December 1st. We got to get all the way through the 31st and the 1st, so we got a full month of stress to get through. If you had to give people one important tip for handling stress this time of year, what would it be?
Oh gosh, there's so many. I would say one thing is don't stress about stress. You're right, because people say, I'm not supposed to be stressed, and then they stress about that.
Right.
Stress happens, but its toxic effects don't have to. That's what's important to remember.
That's what we want to talk about today. So you've got 5 points, and they spell out the word pause, which in and of itself is great advice.
Absolutely. So I tell people, remember to pause for wellness, right? So, and you can remember, right? So P, be present. A lot of times what puts us into more stress is worrying about what we have to do in the future, and then also worrying about what happened in the past. Well, last Christmas, yada, 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 or he didn't do blah, blah, blah. So when we pause and we get present, then that takes away all that stress and all that worry, and it becomes a mindfulness act too. And there's a lot of good research about being mindful in the moment, focusing on what you're feeling now without judging it.
So living in the moment.
Yep.
All right, don't stress about it.
Yep.
A, appreciation.
Absolutely, appreciate, have an attitude of gratitude. Sounds cliche, but also a lot of research shows that gratitude helps us so much. It makes us focus on what's good instead of what's bad, right? Because you can say, oh my goodness, I can't find the perfect gift. And then you say, well, at least I have people to shop for. At least I care enough. You know, so really focus on what you appreciate, what you have to be thankful for.
Good time of year to do that and just kind of focus on that. Okay, you, uplift.
That's really, really important because two stress emotions are frustration or anger, right? And fear. So when we focus on what uplifts us, makes us happy, it shifts us physically. And that's really, really important. So it's good for our mood, but it's really important for our body too.
And attitude has so much to do with everything that we do in life, doesn't it, Dr.
Right,
Donna?
it's all related. So just think about what makes you happy. Most of us know, like, what do you like to do? Like, what makes you happy? What makes you smile? People know.
Yeah, and that's what we should focus on instead of focusing on the negative side of what, oh, I have to do this, I've got to get this done, instead of, I enjoy doing this, I like giving to others.
Right, and just do something that makes you smile. It can be 30 seconds. Pull up like your favorite cat video. Right? See, it makes you laugh thinking about a cat video.
Videos, yeah.
Right? And it shifts you like, right?
It does, and it shifts your attitude immediately.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
All right, S is sleep, and none of us get enough of that.
No, I think of sleep as medicine, and I'm guilty of it too. I mean, last night I was busy, had some work to do, but the important thing is don't stress about it, right? If you can, always get the perfect amount of sleep. That's wonderful, but sometimes we can't, so you have to schedule it in. So you know, like, don't keep pushing it too much. You have to block it out. Think of sleep as medicine. It really helps your mood, helps your mind, and it helps your body.
Because sleep is there for a reason. Our body needs a chance to recharge.
Yeah, like, and a lot of times we think of it as this nuisance. Well, if I didn't have to sleep, or I'll sleep when I'm dead. Well, if you keep up that attitude, it might come a little bit sooner. And I mean, that sounds a little grim, but it's true. Sleep is really important. We think of it as a nuisance, but if we could put the benefits of sleep in a pill, people would pop it because it helps regulate your hormones, it helps maintain your weight, so that gets a lot of people's attention, right? Sleep is important.
It is. All right, we're finishing spelling the word pause with E. E for exhale.
Yes, breathe, right? Because in order to exhale, you have to inhale. But seriously, when you're stressed, a lot of people hold their breath. They don't realize it, but they have this like shallow, panty type of breath. But when you think about it, exhale, like let it out, and then take a nice deep inhale. Your breath is always with you, and again, it flips you out of stress mode. So if you take some slow, deep inhales, like to the count of 4 if you can, and then a slow, deep exhale, that's a really good therapeutic breath, and it helps, again, cut you out of that stress response mode, because people think of stress as just this kind of amorphous thing, but physiologically, your body is having a stress response. So a slow, deep breath in and out, do that even 4 or 5 times, and it flips you into relaxation response mode.
And it's amazing how much a difference that just little bit of time for yourself can make. And that's probably an important thing too, is take time for yourself this season.
It absolutely is. And it doesn't have to be a big chunk. Sometimes people want to do all or none. They're like, well, I don't have time, so I won't do anything. take 30 seconds to take a deep breath. Take a minute to watch a cat video.
Those cat, you're a cat video woman, aren't you?
I can't help it, right? And take 8 hours for a good night's sleep. Take some time for yourself. It's important because you can't give from an empty cup.
And a lot of people get stressed out about family, and that's really when you kind of step back and take time for yourself.
Yeah, because you can't do for them if you can't do for yourself. God forbid something happens to you, then you can't do all those wonderful things that you're worried about doing. You have to put on your oxygen mask first, like you would on a plane.
So again, we're going to pause and take all those steps, and you can see the segment again, watch it online, and take that moment for yourself. Dr. Donna Hamilton, thanks so much for joining us today.
I have something for you real quick. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
This is a gift for you. It's Christmas time.
Wellness your way. I've got a gift. I'm smiling.
Yes.
Inhale. Thanks, doctor. Some great advice to take to heart this season.